Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're reading today from the Bhagavad-Gita as it is, chapter 18, the perfection of renunciation, text number 66. This is the sloka that Srila Prabhupada would often quote, which is the conclusion of the Bhagavad-Gita, the conclusion of all the instructions of Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Actually, the Bhagavad-Gita stops here, so to speak. This is like the ultimatum. When you reach this far, that means that's it. The ultimatum, the ultimate instruction of Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad-Gita. Okay, everybody please repeat after me. Sarva-dharmān parityajya. Mam ekam śaraṇaṁ vraja. Ahaṁ tvām sarva-pāpebhyo. Mokṣayiṣyāmi śucaḥ. Narendra Krishna Prabhu. Word for word meaning? Sarva-dharmān. All varieties of religion. Parityajya. Abandoning. Mam. Unto me. Ekam. Only. śaraṇaṁ. For surrender. Vraja. Go. Aham. I. Tvām. You. Sarva. All. Pāpebhyaḥ. From sinful reactions. Mokṣayiṣyāmi. Will deliver. Do not. Śucaḥ. Worry. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Everybody please repeat. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. It's like in the material world they have the t-shirt, no fear. Have you seen that t-shirt? In America they have this, no fear. They probably surrendered to Krishna already. There's no way. The whole world this is the world of fear. Right? No fear means surrender to Krishna only. So let's see what Prabhupada says in the purport. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and processes of religion. Knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, knowledge of the Super Soul, knowledge of the different types of orders and statuses of social life, knowledge of the renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now, in summarizing Bhagavad-Gita, the Lord says that Arjuna should give up all the processes that have been explained to him. he should simply surrender to Krishna. That surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions, for the Lord personally promises to protect him. In the 7th chapter, it was said that only one who has become free from all sinful reactions can take to the worship of Lord Krishna. Thus, one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reactions, he cannot take to the surrendering process. So, to such doubts, it is here said that even if one is not free from all sinful reactions, simply by the process of surrendering to Sri Krishna, he is automatically freed. There is no need of strenuous effort to free oneself from sinful reactions. One should unhesitatingly accept Krishna as the supreme savior of all living entities. With faith and love, one should surrender unto him. The process of surrender to Krishna is described in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, 11th chapter, text 676. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam raksishyatiti vishvaso gopri varanam tata atmanikshepakarpanye sadvidha saranagati. According to the devotional process, one should simply accept such religious principles that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of the Lord. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in the social order, but if by executing his duty one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that in all circumstances Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. There is no need of thinking how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see to that. One should always think himself helpless and should consider Krishna the only basis for his progress in life. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness, at once he becomes freed from all contamination of material nature. There are different processes of religion and purificatory processes by cultivation of knowledge, meditation in the mystic yoga system, etc. But one who surrenders unto Krishna does not have to execute so many methods. That simple surrender unto Krishna will save him from unnecessarily wasting time. One can thus make all progress at once and be freed from all sinful reactions. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. One who becomes attracted by the beautiful, all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kinds of transcendentalists. Some of them are attached to the impersonal Brahman vision. Some of them are attracted by the super soul feature, etc. But one who is attracted to the personal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and above all, one who is attracted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Krishna himself, is the most perfect transcendentalist. In other words, devotional service to Krishna in full Krishna consciousness is the most confidential part of knowledge. And this is the essence of whole Bhagavad-Gita. Karma yogis, empiric philosophers, mystics, and devotees are all called transcendentalists. But one who is a pure devotee is the best of all. The particular words used here, ma śucaḥ, don't fear, don't hesitate, don't worry, are very significant. One may be perplexed as to how one can give up all kinds of religious forms and simply surrender unto Krishna, but such worry is useless. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Any question? It's very simple. Huh?
The process of surrendering.
Yes. Well, it says here, in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. Hari Bhakti Vilas is a book that was composed by Srila Sanatana Goswami. And then later, he is the one. The book that explains about the process whereby by such practice, following the procedures taught in that book, then we can come to the platform of pure devotional service. From the most neophyte, it's like all of us, we are all still in the infant stage of Krishna consciousness. We have to follow certain rules and regulations like Vaidhi, sadhana, bhakti, following these regulative principles of getting up early in the morning, or what are the procedures, what are the steps that we have to follow as soon as one wakes up. What does it do? It's not just you wake up and then you run into the temple. You offer obeisances to the deities, to your Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Then it says there also how to brush your teeth, how to pass stool, all of these things. What do you do? How do you put tilak? What are the different mantras that one utter before putting on the ekaṁ kasabaya, narayana mamadabaya, govinda? These are all in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. How to associate with devotees and so on. And says here also how to surrender. The process of surrender. The process of surrender is easy, actually, but we just have to be determined, and we have to prioritize that this is my main purpose. That's why we're doing everything here. Whatever we're doing day after day after day is about surrender. Rejecting things which are not favorable, accepting things which are favorable. Accepting Krishna as our friend, as our well-wisher. Revealing our mind to Lord Krishna, asking for help. Ultimately, our surrender means atmanivedanam. Words, the mind, the body, and ultimately atma, that means the very self. And Lord Krishna is asking Arjuna, yes, you give up. It's like telling him, okay, I already told you many, many things, even from the very first about karma yoga. And of course, from the 6th or the 7th chapter till the 13th chapter, 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, no, from the 7th till the 12th rather. This is 6, because 18 chapters, so 666 is divided to first karma yoga, then bhakti yoga is like the sandwich, it's like in between. confidential knowledge, and then the last is about jnana yoga. So Lord Krishna says, I give up all of these things, whatever. Just surrender. The conclusion is surrender, ultimately. Prabhupada says, surrender unto Krishna. He didn't say surrender unto me. But we surrender to Prabhupada to surrender to Krishna. Right? We have to surrender to the spiritual master. We cannot directly surrender unto Krishna. We surrender unto his representative or representatives. This is how we show our surrender. It's not the same as like, I love Krishna, but then I don't follow your devotees. I don't follow their instructions. Then it doesn't work. So when Krishna says, surrender unto me, means we have to surrender unto the spiritual master or bona fide representative of the Supreme Lord. Yes, and there is a nice story in the Chaitanya Charitamrita about this, how to surrender. Chaitanya Charitamrita was written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and the fag end of his life is like 90 years old, 90 plus, and he was like thinking, I was be able to do this. It's only by the mercy of Sri Radha Madan Mohan, the deity of Srila Sanatana Goswami. So he composed this based from the notebooks of Sarup Damodar and Raghunath Das Goswami. And there is a story there, a story of Narad Muni. Narad Muni, he was traveling all over, not just the world, but all over the universe. And sometimes he can go also to the spiritual world, to Vaikuntha. He's the traveling spaceman without visa, without passport. And no need of customs or immigration to stop him. And upon his travels, he passed by in what you call Triveni in Prayag. This Triveni is still there. There's a Kumbh Mela there every 12 years or so. Allahabad, we've been there many times. 3 rivers combine or they meet together. Ganga, Yamuna, and Sarasvati. Of course, Sarasvati is unmanifest, underground, somewhere there. They meet together. And then during Kumbh Mela, there is this nectar that coming from the celestial sky, heavenly planets, and this Amrita will drop there. Anyone who takes bath there at that time will be liberated, does not have to take birth again in this material world, provided also that you have to follow. You have to follow the process. It's not that, you go there like a tourist or a sightseer and then, oh, there's nectar, okay, let me take bath. And then after that, you go back to your sinful activities. It is not like that. No. So Narad Muni is a liberated soul. Muni means a yogi, a thinker, and somehow or other he passed by there. And then he noticed that there are some animals which are like being shot by arrows, and they're half killed. They're half killed. First, he saw a deer. There's a forest path, so he saw a deer. Oh, he's like not dead. And two more animals. A rabbit, and There's another one. Been shot by an arrow and broken legs. So Narad Muni was thinking, what's going on here? Why is this happening? Then somehow he went off the forest path and he saw there was a blackish complexion personality with a bow and arrow. And so Narad Muni asked him, what are you doing? He actually understood that he was the cause of these animals being in this kind of very painful situation. So the hunter says, well, this is my occupation. This is my occupation. So why are you asking? Well, Narad Muni says, don't you know that what you're doing is very sinful? Well, it's okay, you can kill the animals, but then to have killed them, that is very sinful. If you want to kill them immediately. You don't let them suffer that much. And the person says, I don't know, but this is my father, my father's father, his father's father's father. This is our, this is what we earn our living. I don't know that they're really like this, the suffering, but I'm just following in their footsteps. So he says, you may take whatever you like. What do you need from me? You may take whatever you like. You can take their skins, whatever you like. But Narad Muni says, I don't want any of this skin. What I want you to do is that you stop this heinous act. Don't leave them half killed. If you're going to kill them, kill them. This is your livelihood, fine. But don't have them suffer so much. So Narad Muni is one of the authorities in religion, in Dharma. Swayambhu Narado Shambhu Komara Kapilo Mano Pralado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayasaki Vayam. He even wrote this book, Narad Bhakti Sutra. He wrote this book in Govardhan. There's a place there, Narada Kund, near Kusuma Sarovar. His ashram is over there. So, well, if this is what you want me to do, then how will I earn my livelihood? How am I going to live? How am I going to live? Narad Muni says, you don't worry. You don't worry. I will provide you. I will provide you for your necessities. Food will come to you. So the first thing, okay, so you don't want me to do it, you don't want me to kill, and you will provide me. So now what shall I do first? And he says, first you break your arrow and your bow to be sure that you will not use it anymore. So he was like really hesitating. He said, what? Am I really going to survive? What's going to happen to me? So this is the instructions of the spiritual master, the guru. We have to surrender. The hesitations are there, of course. We are fearful to surrender because if we surrender, we're thinking of what's going to be left behind. How am I going to survive? It's like in the early days, their motto, the devotees, Krishna provides. Krishna provides. They practically live only day-to-day basis. They don't have source of income. Only later on when they have this life membership program, when they're engaged the congregation, or it started here actually in India. And for those who will become a life member, they will give them a Krishna book, the big, you have seen that? Like you may say a coffee table book. It's a big trilogy. They just depend on Srila Prabhupada's instructions, to follow his instructions, and they depend on Krishna. So this hunter is like that. Somehow he says, okay, what shall I do? Okay, you have to leave your place of residence along with your wife. Go near Ganga. Build your cottage over there, made of thatched hut. And live very simple. Plant tulsi plant, and you just chant. You just chant in front of tulsi. Now you may say, if Guru tells me this, I don't know, how am I gonna do it? It's not possible to go to Ganga, near Ganga or near Yamuna, and build a hut. It's not like it's not applicable. But Guru doesn't say leave your home, isn't it? Guru says stay at your home, do bhakti, do sadhana bhakti, and if you want to worship deities, fine, worship Gaurnitai or Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, but make your life spiritualized. Wake up early in the morning, do your Mangalartik. Don't wake up like at 7 or 8 o'clock. Get up a little bit earlier. It's like many places we've told this already to hear in Bhagavad-Gita class when we go travel. The grihastas where we stay, they get up 4:30. They do Mangalartik by 5. Everything, Tulsi Puja. They chant their rounds before going to work. So it should be like that also. Of course, this is like in the Vanaprastha stage where Narad Muni was saying this. When Narad Muni says, give up everything, you just have to follow me and do not hesitate. It's the same thing as Lord Krishna is saying here. Do not worry. What is it that we have to give up anyway? What is it that we have to surrender? We have to give up our independent mentality. And that is our disease. We want to be completely independent. We don't want to depend on anyone. We depend on our wealth, or we depend on our experience, our abilities, our resources. To depend on Krishna means utilizing whatever we have for the service of Krishna. And that is the problem. We only give a small percentage to Krishna and we keep more. So Krishna knows what you're giving, but Krishna knows more what you are keeping. Sometimes, I only give, 10%, not even 10%. Many religions in the world, they're like a mandatory. They give 10% donation to their charity, to their churches, or to the mosque or something like that. But Krishna is asking 100%. That means, sometimes they will say, our devotees will say, I will make money first. Then after making money, I will give to Krishna. Right? Have you heard of this before?
Yes.
Or not now. When my investment makes money, or then I will contribute. No, it is not like that. Whatever you have, actually, nothing belongs to us. We came here zero. Only our karma. came along with us. But opulence-wise, wealth-wise, because of karma from the past, then we accrue or we acquired them. So nothing belongs to us. We just need to utilize them for the service or pleasure of Lord Krishna. And this is our weakness here. We don't trust Krishna. He is our ever well-wisher. Of course, the sign of trusting Krishna, the sign of depending on Krishna, is that we take shelter of a bona fide representative of the Supreme Lord. And then blessings and mercy starts to flow. Having a spiritual master is not a fashion. Not only when the guru is around, then you become so much fired up or inspired. And then when the guru is not there, you say, oh, okay, I don't have to go to the morning program. And I've noticed this when there's like some of our big gurus come, then the disciples are there. I told them, hey Prabhu, I think your guru should be here all the time. Then you will be here all the time also. You know? Well, in our travels are like that also. I notice some of them, they very, very enthusiastic, trying to be as close as possible to Guru. But then when the Guru lives, then, back to normal. Back to basics. You cannot even call them to do an artik for the Lord, even if they're brahmanas. Brahmanas by having thread only, few paisa thread. So it is not like that. Surrender means the mind, the body, the words, and ultimately our very self. And we should actually, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. The hesitations is because of our material attachments. We're very much attached still to the body. When we are in the transcendental platform, we will be able to, and that is the goal, to be on the transcendental platform. Nasochati, nakangshati, Brahma Bhuta platform. No more hankering, no more lamentation. And Krishna says here, Prabhupada mentions that in the purport, isn't it? I carry what they have, and I preserve what they have, and I provide what they lack. Yes. So how if we're doubting Krishna, then how can we fully accept the spiritual master, being the representative? Hare Krishna, call after. Unless Krishna is calling you, then you can tell us what Krishna is telling you. Hey? So yes, the process actually is it is easier to be a devotee than to be a materialist. It is easier to surrender. If you really think about it, it is just your determination. I have this one of my friends again in Delhi, and he's so addicted to smoking, and he came here to Vrindavan. But he cannot give up this smoking. I says, Prabhuji, you're in Vrindavan already, just give it up. He says, no, I cannot, because the mind is the mind. He says, no, Maharaj, I have to have one cigarette now. He says, no, stop. He said, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? Says, I'm gonna go inside the car. He said, no, don't do it. So I feel sorry for him. So surrender means, we have to give up the dictations of our mind, because the mind is our worst enemy. And we should be attracted to the beautiful form of Lord Krishna. When we come to that platform of being attracted towards the beautiful form of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, or Krishna Balaram, Gaur-Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, the devotees. The devotees are very beautiful, actually, very attractive. Like Krishna is all attractive, devotees also are all attractive. It's not the external. No. It has nothing to do with external. For the devotees, anyway. But their heart is a heart of gold. You know, they can touch you by their care, by their love, by how they treat you, how they relate to you, and you can see that this person is genuine. So in bhakti, we cannot pretend, because it'll show who we are ultimately, how we deal, especially with the devotees. Bhakti means how we relate with each other. If we are, the more we are advanced, the more we are compassionate, the more we are kind, the more we can understand others. And in this way, they will also surrender in that way. So others are very covered up, very thick coverings of the modes of material nature, and therefore it's very difficult for them to surrender. And that is part of their karma. So this fellow from Delhi is really like so covered up, and I told him, there is no other solution to this. The only solution is to become Krishna conscious. You know, say, Maharaj, I'm going to rehab to stop smoking, he says. He says, Prabhuji, why you waste your time? Why you waste your money? Why you waste your energy? Real rehabilitation is practicing Krishna consciousness. Because when you come out from the rehab, you will continue to smoke. Continue to break the regulative principles. I mean, we've been through that in our past life or in this life, or many lives before. But Krishna consciousness, it's like Prabhupada says, you really want to attain love of God? I will show you how. Provided you follow the way I want you to do. Yes, we can cure anyone, provided they give up the things that we tell them not to do. This is surrender. If we tell them, don't do this, you surrender, don't do it. So Krishna consciousness is like this. It is very easy. Prabhupada says it in the last. Don't fear, don't hesitate. Masuchaha. Don't worry. There is a song, don't worry, be happy. Right? You've heard of this song?
Yeah.
That is, chant Hare Krishna, be happy, don't worry. The only thing that's missing in that song is chant Hare Krishna. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, because if you're still in the material platform, if you just say, my dear sir, don't worry. What is it that he has to do so he will not be worried? You have to give him like an alternative. If there is no alternative, temporary be not worried, but then the next moment we worried again. Fear is there. And the greatest fear of all is at the time of death. So Krishna will always protect. We had many devotees who left their bodies in Vrindavan. And some of them, they somehow, after Prabhupada left the planet, some of them got strayed, went astray. They left the movement and they went back to sinful activities. But they performed so much bhakti that even in our lifetime we'll not be able to do. So in the last few months of their life, somehow they have contacted the devotees and they came into Vrindavan and they left their bodies in Vrindavan. So there is no loss or diminution. Krishna still protected them in the end. And whatever whatever we did for Krishna, Krishna is not, He's ever grateful. He cannot forget whatever we did in the past. The sincerity, this is what Krishna is looking upon us. Sincerity. What sincerity means? Sincerity means like being focused. Like when you do something, you just want to do it solely, only for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. We may have so many material desires, that's fine. But when you do service and you want to do it for Krishna, even if you have material desires, that is overlooked. This is what Krishna says in the purport. Prabhupada says in the purport. You don't have to worry. Do we have to wait to become pure to serve Krishna? It's like book distributors. He says, Maharaj, I'm not pure enough to distribute books. You don't have to wait. You will not be able to distribute books if you wait when you become pure. You do it now, even though, with great austerity. I know sometimes here in Krishna Balaram Mandir, when we send our brahmacharis for book distribution, they think it's like a punishment. Not all of them, but some. They think, oh no, austerity, it's too cold. This cold is nothing. In America, we go distribute books in -20 degrees. I remember when I joined, we will be in the car, the heater is on in the car, then we will go out, distribute books, then we come back again and then warm up. And -20. With the wind, we're just like bundled up. We will do it. Austerity is the wealth of the brahmanas. You don't want to perform austerities. There is a saying again in the material world, no pain, no gain. That works in Krishna consciousness. The more you surrender, then the more you'll get rewarded by the Supreme Lord. So yes, do not worry, do not hesitate. Is that gonna happen, really? Well, is that gonna happen? It should be. That's why we're here. I don't have any hesitation. What we're doing here will not yield the goal, the desired goal. Because I've seen it. I've seen in some other great devotees in our movement who are still with us or who left their bodies. They left. Assuring us that actually there is Krishna consciousness, that this Krishna consciousness works. It's not just armchair philosophers here, we are. It's not that you're just sitting there and that you're enjoying what the talk is about or the discussion. No, it actually works. We just have to really have faith on this process and continue doing it. And one may say, oh, Maharaj, I don't feel myself, I don't see myself making advancement. I don't see myself, my mind is still bothering me every day, every time I chant. You don't worry, keep chanting. Keep coming for the Mangal Arati. If you stop, again, it will not happen. It's not gonna happen. We have to go against the grind, so to speak. Go against the current. The current of Maya is heavy. It's getting heavier every day. The fear of COVID, the fear of so many wars, the fear of so many calamities, the fear of so many entities. No, Krishna will flick them with his finger. It's like mosquito. Here. We just have to have faith. No hesitation. And surrender unto Krishna. Such worry is useless. Simply surrender. Prabhupada says here. So we have to believe and have faith in the words of the previous acharyas, because they're just repeating what Lord Krishna is giving the assurance towards us. Hare Krishna. We stop here. Any points? Yes. Any comments?
Yes.
You raise your hands first. Yes.
And the most important thing Krishna loves from devotees. Expect.
Was that again?
Krishna expects from devotee. Most important.
The most important thing? Yeah, your love and devotion.
Love. Prema.
Yeah, your love. Love is a two-way street. You love Krishna, Krishna will love you more. 10 times more, 100 times more. Okay. It says you move one step towards Krishna, Krishna will go forward to you 10 times more, even much more. Okay. Hari Ram.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes.
My question is that so theoretically we start surrendering to Krishna, but when it comes
Theoretically? What do you mean?
Like when we read, say our prayers, we say, okay, we are surrendering to you, Krishna.
Yes.
But when it comes to a practical problem, when we face the practical problems, we start worrying about the situation and we start planning. We start trying to control the situations. So how we can, give that habit of planning and controlling things and, increase the faith.
Understood. That's why you need to have faith on the process that the more you surrender to Krishna, you will start searching for his representative, whom you will be able to reveal your mind confidentially. Confidentially. On your own, no, it's not possible. Because the pure representative of the Supreme Lord are they are the external representatives, Supreme Lord. They will know how to engage you. That is his question. And he's getting the answer. You understand?
Yeah, Maharaj, one more question about it. But in the material world, there is a saying that God help those who help themselves.
Right.
So, how we should understand it? Well, so we should stop doing anything. We should stop planning. We should stop trying to get out of the difficult situation. We can't simply just pray.
No, you cannot just sit around.
Yeah.
So there is a process, right? You follow the 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, read Bhagavad-Gita, associate with the devotees, do some practical service.
So that is what we can do.
Yeah.
But specifically to get out of that problem, only these things.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. Only this. Only this. You don't worry. Prabhupada says, do not fear. You don't worry. No hesitation. It works. I'm telling you. I'm practicing it almost 40 years now, and it's still working. Right? It works. You've seen devotees. They left their body and they're so peaceful and like smiling, and all the environment is surcharged with spiritual energy, that they are actually remembering Krishna. That is the test. That is the proof. The test and the proof that actually this works. Because you'll get it at the time of death. One devotee was telling me, how you live doesn't depend on how you live your body. And how you go doesn't depend where you're going. The time of death is the final test of how you live your life. Forget about the past. Ultimately it's been washed away. Krishna will wipe this away. Just have faith on him or to his representative. Okay? Yes. Where is our questioner? He got his answer already. That's why he didn't come back. Yes, Prabhu?
Yes, I want to say to his question that the Lord has said in chapter 9:22, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana pariupaste tesam nitya bhuktanam yogakshem ahami.
Yeah, yes.
Whatever property, material or spiritual you have, I will protect that. And what you lack, spiritually or materially,
He will
I
present.
will provide.
Right. And chant Hare Krishna. Yes, sir.
While surrendering, our past karma is obstructed.
No, that's gone. Your Krishna burned all of those to the root. Bhakti takes away all of your karma. Up to the root. Don't worry about it. Karma, this is how karma stops. In the Bhagavad-Gita, karma, isvara, jiva, prakriti, and what else? There's another one.
Time.
Kala, isvara, jiva, prakriti, and karma. Four are eternal. Karma can be stopped only by bhakti. Only by bhakti. Jnana you can read and read and read and read, but if you don't act on what you've read, it will not burn the karma. You can follow the karma kanda section of the Vedas, fulfill, pray to the demigods. That will not burn the karma. Demigods cannot burn. Lord Shiva cannot burn your karma. Lord Brahma cannot burn your karma. Only Krishna can burn your karma. Or his representatives, by following his pure
How to
representatives.
see the death, like Parikshit?
Huh?
How to see the time period of death, like Parikshit Maharaj?
Yeah, yeah.
Can we see, like Parikshit Maharaj, 7 days?
Yeah, yes. You also have 7 days to live. Don't you know that? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Any one of those days. So you better be careful. One of those 7 days. Huh? Today is Thursday. You can die on Sunday. Or next Sunday. But any of those days. Right? And you can see, because Parikshit Maharaj, he understood. That's why one of his questions to Sukadev Goswami, what is the duty of a person who's about to die? Be absorbed. I've seen every day when I go for my morning walk to Yamuna, there are a group of people who will hear every day about Harikatha. But we are not on that level. We have to do practical service. Yes, we are hearing Harikatha morning and evening, and in between we should be engaged in practical service. Either sweeping the floor, washing the Lord's plates, or do accounting, or do kirtan, or distribute Bhagavad-Gitas. We have to do that. That is more, especially when you distribute Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna will recognize you much more, easier. Everyone is being recognized by Lord Krishna, but especially those who risk their lives when they go out and distribute books to the immaterialist. Yes, sir.
Like you gave the story of Janardana.
Yeah, Mrigari.
So, like many times we feel that I have heard the story and I know, and even other things I know.
You know. But what do you do after you knowing? That is the question.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm asking. How does the psychology work? We know, and then at least and then again become slack or take some chances, whatever.
That's why the lesson, the main lesson of the story is that he listened to the instruction of Narad Muni. So we have to hear the instruction of Srila Prabhupada or our Guru Maharaj or other Mahajans or other great personalities. This is how it works. We follow their instructions, we follow in their footsteps, then we'll be able to taste. If you just reading and hearing, is like licking bottle of honey outside. Prabhupada gave that example. You'll not be able to really taste the sweetness of the honey. You can lick for the rest of how many millions of years outside, you cannot really taste honey. You have to open the jar, put your finger inside, dip it in the honey, and very nice. That dipping, opening and dipping, and this means doing practical service, following the instruction. Then you will taste. It is nectar. Right? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Is surrendering to Guru is the same surrendering to Krishna, or is there any difference?
Yeah, Prabhupada says, if you love me, love my dog. That means this is Krishna. The dog, we're all having these collars. We're all servants of Lord Krishna. So servants of Lord Krishna means they're all servants of his representatives, following his instruction. But pure devotee, it depends. Devotee, spiritual master. For the disciple, the spiritual master, I mentioned this. We had this seminar about guru disciple seminar, or disciple seminar in Mayapur. Because this is not written in the Shastra. The disciple should always see that his spiritual master is a pure devotee. It is not written anywhere. I was asked by Anutama Prabhu, where is it written? It's not written. But our consciousness should be like this. Otherwise, if we think that, oh, my guru is Madhyam Bhakta, then how are we going to make advancement here? Because he's a representative, so he may be, because the guru also, ultimately, they're like really like Maha Bhagavat, like Prabhupada. Maha Bhagavat. But we have also many gurus in our movement right now. But they're pure. They are different levels of purity. Others are like, wow. Just by looking at them, by seeing them, that makes you Krishna conscious immediately. They don't even have to open their mouth. You can tell that They are so powerful. They're so compassionate. They're so kind that they are there for us. We're so fortunate that somehow they're coming this way. And I'm having their darshan. That is very special. Okay? We stop here? Where is that devotee? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Narad Muni ki Jai. Itai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari.